Hello everyone, welcome you all to today's revision session. And today's revision session is specifically target CBSE exam 2021. And in today's session, we are going to cover a very small and very simple topic, that is differentiability. And as many of you have requested to talk about differentiability, and to specifically you wanted how to solve the questions on differentiability. So I thought, let me be very focused on today's class, that is giving you some tips regarding differentiability and specifically how to solve the questions and be confident on this topic. So in the topic continuity and differentiability, as you have already studied continuous function, and you know the conditions of function to be continuous at certain point. So in today's lesson, we will be discussing differentiable at a point, because the function can be differentiable at a point or at an interval, right? So as per 2021 exam point of view, from exam point of view, we will be taking differentiability of a function at a point. And to start with, let me just tell you the original definition of differentiability. A function fx is said to be differentiable at x equal to c if limit h approaches to 0, f of c plus h minus fc by h exists. So whenever we talk about existence of limit, we know, we have limit, right hand side and left hand side also. Right hand limit and left hand limit, right? That you know how to evaluate limit. So basically, to show, yeah, to prove function fx is differentiable at x equal to c, we have to evaluate this limit. Okay, limit h approaches to 0, f of c plus h minus fc by h exists. Now you may be wondering, the existence of limit means we have to find out right hand limit and left hand limit. Okay, now as I told you in the beginning, so we are going to cover only shortcut method today. Okay, here function we can take like this. Function fx is said to be differentiable at x equal to c if both limit h approaches to 0, f of c plus h minus fc by h equal to limit h approaches to 0, f of c minus h minus fc by minus h exist finitely and are equal. So it means this limit exists and finite, this limit exists and finite, and both are equal, right? So it means, so we take right hand derivative. This limit if exists, we call it right hand derivative, and this limit if it exists, we call it left hand derivative. Okay, so it means right hand derivative means limit h approaches to 0, f of c plus h minus fc by h. So right hand derivative at x equal to c. Left hand derivative means here it is limit h approaches to 0, f of c minus h minus fc by minus h. So if this limit exists, so this is called left hand derivative, okay, at x equal to c. So function is differentiable at x equal to c if and only if both right hand limit and right hand derivative and left hand derivative both exist, they are finite, and both of them are equal. Is it clear? Okay. So now how this function looks like. You see, so here you can see I have taken three curves, graphs of three curves. So all these curves are very familiar curves to you. Okay. And first one is, here you can see this is fx equal to mod x. Okay, y equal to mod x, or you can say the function is fx equal to mod x modulus function, and as you know, mod x is continuous at x equal to 0. Okay, but it is not differentiable. Okay, so that we will take questions, and we'll be coming to know how it is not. The procedure of showing it is not differentiable. So it is not differentiable, and whenever you have this function, cubic function, okay, this is also not differentiable. Okay, not differentiable. Now, okay, this one is again very familiar function, y equal to x square. This is differentiable. So it means, so from these three graphs, so what you can see, how does a differentiable function look like? We can visualize, the function. The, whenever you are studying the function chapter, yeah, function, it is basically you are able to visualize mathematics, right? So at the basic reason here, yeah, so whenever the function, the visualization, yeah, physical aspect of differentiable function is basically a function is differentiable if its graph has no corner point, and has unique tangent with finite slope at every point on the curve. Okay, the function is differentiable if its graph has no corner points. Basically, there should not be any sharp turning. Like if I compare this function y equal to mod x, y equal to x square. Here, in case of modulus function, the sharp turning, the corner point, right? So at x equal to 0, it is like the corner point is very sharp turning. So at x equal to 0, the function will not be differentiable, though it is continuous. But in case of y equal to x square, even at x equal to 0, so it is turning, but here the turning is not sharp. There is no corner point. It is very smooth turning. Okay, so this is differentiable. And what about the third one? This function. Okay, y, you can say fx equal to x cube type of function, right? Yeah, x cube. So here you see, whenever you see this graph of this function, you see the tangent. Tangent is y-axis. Okay, so tangent is y-axis means slope of the tangent is not defined. You can say slope of the tangent is not finite. That is the reason it cannot be differentiable. Okay, so whenever you see how does a differentiable function look like, so you can see these things in mind. It should be like smooth. You can say turning should be smooth. Okay, or you can say here, yeah, tangent should be, slope of the tangent should be finite. Yeah, there should not be any sharp turning, yeah, corner point. So if you have more than one corner point, suppose for example you have y equal to x minus 1 mod x minus 1 plus mod x plus 1. Okay, so here you will find two corner points. So it is not differentiable at two different points. Right? Here it is not differentiable at x equal to 0, y equal to mod x, right? But whenever you write y equal to mod x minus 1 plus mod x plus 1, so it is not differentiable at x equal to 1 and at x equal to minus 1. Okay, so it means at 2 points it is not differentiable. So anyway, whenever you draw the graph of the function, yeah, you will be given graph of the function. You can make out which function is differentiable or which one is not. Okay, even before solving it step by step, you can say by looking at the graph of the function, you can say it is differentiable or not. So this is how the differentiable function looks like. Okay, function is differentiable if its graph has no corner points and has unique tangent with finite slope at every point on the curve. Okay, so it means when the function, when does the function fail to be differentiable at a given point x equal to c? So we know when it is differentiable. Now under what conditions, when does the function fail to be differentiable? So the function fails to be differentiable at, I mean, in three different conditions. First condition is if the function is not defined at x equal to c, I mean at x equal to the given point. Second case is either, I mean, either you can say your RSD or LSD doesn't exist finitely. I mean limit h approaches to 0 f of c plus h minus fc by h, or limit h approaches to 0 f of c minus h minus fc by minus h doesn't exist finitely. Third case is both of them exist finitely but they are not equal. It means here you can say when your LSD at x equal to c not equal to RSD at x equal to c. Okay, is it clear? So under these three conditions, function won't be differentiable. So even if the function is continuous, the function will not be differentiable here. Okay, so it means the function, if the function is, I mean, one of the conditions for a function to be differentiable is it should be continuous. Okay, so it means the function, I mean, if the function is differentiable, it has to be continuous. But all continuous functions may not be differentiable. As you have seen that mod x, you know mod x, y equal to mod x is a continuous function, but y equal to mod x is not differentiable at x equal to 0. Okay, so basically this is the shortcut way. So to, I mean, prove function is differentiable or not, you have to check whether the function is differentiable or not. What you have to do? So I mean, finally you have to do like this. So fx is differentiable at x equal to c if limit h approaches to 0 f of c plus h minus fc divided by h equal to limit h approaches to 0 f of c minus h minus fc divided by minus h. So that's it you have to do. Okay, so this is the, I mean, you can say your take point from the class. Okay, so if you can show this, your work is done. So let me show you by taking three different questions. The first question is, show that function fx equal to x square is differentiable at x equal to 1. Okay, so here x equal to c means x equal to 1, fx equal to x square, right? So here you can find your RSD. Okay, so it is, you have to find limit, you need what, x equal to 1, right? So RSD at x equal to 1, I'm writing here at x equal to 1. RSD is what? You write limit h approaches to 0, f of c plus h means 1 plus h minus f1 divided by h. Okay, that means limit h approaches to 0. Now fx equal to x square, right? Fx equal to x square. So f1 plus h will be what? 1 plus h whole square minus f1 means 1 square, right? Divided by h. So you are getting here limit h approaches to 0. So you are getting 2h plus h square divided by h, which is limit h approaches to 0. It is 2 plus h. Okay, so means you are getting here 2. Okay, RSD 2. Now take LSD. So we take limit h approaches to 0, f of 1 minus h, we write c minus h. So here it is 1 minus h minus f1 divided by h. Yes. So limit h approaches to 0. So here it is fx x square, f1 minus h means 1 minus h whole square minus f1 means 1 square, okay, divided by h. So this is equal to limit h approaches to 0. Here it is 1 minus 2h plus h square. So minus 2h, this is minus h, right? Plus h square divided by, this is minus h, yes, minus h. Okay, we have limit h approaches to 0, f of c minus h minus fc by minus h, LSD. Okay, it should be minus h. So here it is limit h approaches to 0. You have 2 minus h. Are you getting my point? Minus 2h by minus h, 2 plus h square by minus h is minus h. H approaches to 0. So you are getting 2. Okay, so LSD and RSD both exist and both are finite and both are equal. So it means you can say RSD equal to LSD, right? So you can conclude here fx equal to x square is differentiable at x equal to 1. So if the question is find f dash 1, then you can write here, this is basically f dash 1. Okay, f dash c is, I mean, if this is RSD and LSD both are equal, that is the value of the, I mean, differentiation of the function. Okay, okay. So now you see f dash 1 equal to what? This is 2, right? Otherwise, you can prove this also, you can find it also from here. Okay. So this is the way to solve the questions. Okay, next, this is one of the questions from NCERT. Show that fx equal to x minus 1 is not differentiable at x equal to 1. Okay, so whenever you get mod function, it is better to find the, I mean, value as per the condition. So as we know, mod x equal to x when x greater than equal to 0 minus x when x less than 0. Okay, so we can define the function in that way. So fx equal to mod x minus 1. Okay, equal to what? It is x minus 1 when x minus 1 greater than equal to 0, or you can say x greater than equal to 1, and minus of x minus 1, or you can say 1 minus x when x less than 1. Okay, is it clear? Okay, so now we can take fx equal to, we can take like this. So now we will be taking LSD and RSD. So it is not differentiable at x equal to 1. So it means you can write here, whenever you take RSD, okay, so fx equal to this, fx is defined in 2 ways, and here c equal to 1 at x equal to 1 given. So RSD, when you write limit h approaches to 0, f of 1 plus h minus f1 by this. Okay, so 1 plus h means what? It is more than 1, right? Take like this. Limit h approaches to 0. Whenever we write 1 plus h is more than 1. So when x more than 1, you have fx equal to x minus 1, right? So f1 plus h means 1 plus h minus 1. Okay, so here x Yeah, 1 plus x minus 1 bracket minus f1. F1 is 0. Divided by h. Limit h approaches to 0. Here you see h by h, that is 1. Okay, this is RHD. Now you take LHD. So limit h approaches to 0. F of 1 minus h minus f1 by h minus h. Okay. So limit h approaches to 0. Whenever you take 1 minus h, h being very, very small, 1 minus h is closer to 1 but smaller than 1. So 1 minus h means when x less than 1. When x less than 1, fx equal to minus of 1 minus x, or you can say 1 minus x. So here what we can take, f of 1 minus h means your fx equal to 1 minus x. So 1 minus of 1 minus h minus f1 is 0. Okay. Divided by minus h. So you are getting here limit h approaches to 0. This is 1 minus 1 plus h. Right? So it is h by minus h. That is minus 1. So RHD 1, LHD minus 1. So you can write here RHD not equal to LHD. Okay? Hence fx is not differentiable at x equal to 1. Okay. And if you just see the graphical thing, no, so graphical thing you can just verify if the question is 1 marker. But if the question is 2 marker or 3 marker, you have to show the steps. Okay, and if you see the graph of the function, no, at x equal to 1, you see the sharp turning point of y equal to mod x minus 1. Okay, so x equal to 1 is the point where function will not be differentiable. Though this function is continuous, but it cannot be differentiable. And we have seen the steps. Okay, so last question of today's class, show that function fx equal to x minus 1 plus mod x plus 1 for all x belongs to R, it is not differentiable at x equal to minus 1 and x equal to plus 1. Okay. So we can, as I said, whenever you see mod x, you have to redefine the function so that it will be easier for us to solve the questions. Okay, so you can see x equal to minus 1 and 1. Okay, let me just do this. Here it is minus 1 plus 1. So you can take 3 parts, we can divide this. So it means, yeah, so here we can write here x is less than minus 1. Okay, so minus 1 less than equal to x less than 1 and x is greater than equal to 1. Okay, so we are dividing this into 3 parts. Okay, so now fx, we will redefine it. Okay, when x less than minus 1. So when x less than minus 1, what about this? Okay, going back to this definition. Okay, mod x equal to x if x greater than equal to 0 minus x if x less than 0. Just to just to recap, I am telling you. Otherwise, you can do it directly. When x less than minus 1, it is less than 1 also. So it means when x less than minus 1, what will happen? You see, mod x minus 1 equal to x minus 1. When x minus 1 greater than equal to 0 means x greater than equal to 1. Or minus of x minus 1, I can say 1 minus x when x greater than greater than okay, less than f less than 1. Okay, similarly whenever you come to x plus 1, mod x plus 1, this is equal to x plus 1 when x plus 1 greater than equal to 0, or you can say x greater than equal to minus 1, and minus of x plus 1 when f less than minus 1. Okay, so we can define, the definition of modulus functions we can take like this. Now if we combine both the functions, we are combining the, we are taking the interval when x less than minus 1 means x less than 1 also. So in that case, here mod x minus 1. So we can take this one when x less than minus 1. When x less than minus 1 means x less than 1 also. So mod x minus 1 is 1 minus x plus, what about x plus 1? When x less than minus 1, mod x plus 1 is minus x minus 1. Okay, or you can say, I'm writing here minus x minus 1. Okay, similarly, here when it is between minus 1 and 1, so it is more than minus 1, okay, so greater than minus 1, and here less than 1. So when x less than 1, you are having mod x minus 1 is 1 minus x less than 1, right? When x greater than minus 1, when x greater than equal to minus 1, mod x plus 1 is x plus 1 plus x plus 1. Third case is x greater than equal to 1. If x greater than equal to 1, it is also greater than minus 1. So when x greater than minus 1, you are having, so greater than equal to 1, first function is mod x minus 1. So greater than equal to 1 means you are getting here x minus 1, and your second function is mod x plus 1. Okay, x greater than equal to 1, so it is greater than equal to minus 1 also, right? Greater than minus 1. So here you can write x plus 1 plus x plus 1. So it means finally we are getting what? Fx equal to, it is minus 2x for x less than minus 1, and here you are getting, so you take this one whenever it is between minus 1 and plus 1, you are getting 2 for minus 1 less than equal to x less than 1, and it is 2x x greater than equal to 1. Okay, so we can take the questions, so then we can proceed. Our function is what? Function is fx equal to, first function is mod x plus 1. Okay. Mod x minus 1, mod x plus 1. Okay, so this is mod x minus 1 plus mod x plus 1, and we have to see 2 points, right? So if we write here art, suppose art x equal to 1, first thing. Here we have to show LHD, RHD, whether they're equal or not. So function, so by doing this, by simplifying the function like this, our efforts are less because we are combining the functions like this. So art x equal to 1. So what will be the RHD? We write like this: limit h approaches to 0, f of 1 plus h minus f1 divided by h You see how quickly you can do it. Limit h approaches to 0, f1 plus h means it is more than 1. When it is more than 1, you are getting 2x. So it is 2 into 1 plus h minus f1 means you are getting 2 here, 2 into 1 divided by h. So it is limit h approaches to 0, 2 plus 2h minus 2. So you are getting 2 here. Now LSD, limit h approaches to 0, f of 1 minus h minus f1 divided by minus h. Limit h approaches to 0. Again 1 minus h means it is less than 1. When it is less than 1, you are having 2 here, right? So it means you are writing 2 and f1 is again 2 because it is constant. Minus 2 divided by h, you are getting 0. Okay, so RSD not equal to LSD. Okay, this implies f is not differentiable at x equal to 1. So I hope it is clear to all of you. Okay, so those who are watching this video, so I'm sure it is clear to all of you. So let us take x equal to minus 1. Okay, so let me change the color a bit. Okay, at x equal to minus 1. So again RSD, so limit h approaches to 0, f of minus 1 plus h minus f minus 1 divided by h. So limit h approaches to 0. So we will go back to, so again we will be taking the function like this. In one case we had fx equal to minus 2x when x less than minus 1. Just let me go back to a bit. Okay. Okay, this definition I wanted. Okay. Okay, so this one I want to show you. Fx equal to minus 2x when x less than minus 1. Okay, and when x greater than equal to minus 1, it is 2. So here we are taking minus 1, so it is less than minus 1. And when x greater than equal to minus 1, you are getting 2. We need these two things. Okay, limit h approaches to 0. So minus 1 plus h means it is more than minus 1, right? So more than minus 1 means you are having 2. Okay, whatever you put here, it will be constant. And f minus 1 is also 2, right? And by h, you are getting 0 here. And whenever you take LSD, limit h approaches to 0, f of minus 1 minus h minus f minus 1 divided by minus h. So this is limit h approaches to 0, f minus 1 minus h means it is less than minus 1, right? Minus 1 minus h. So less than minus 1 means minus 2x. So you have tried here minus 2 into, it is minus 1 minus h, right? X is replaced by minus 1 minus h minus f minus 1. F minus 1 will be 2, right? When f equal to minus 1, fx equal to 2 by minus h. So you are getting here limit h approaches to 0. So you are getting 2, then here plus 2h minus 2 divided by minus h. Okay, so 2h by minus h, that is minus 2. Okay, so here you are getting RSD 0, LSD minus 2. So it means here also RSD not equal to LSD, right? This implies f is not differentiable at x equal to -1. So you can conclude here, hence fx is not differentiable at x equal to 1 and at x equal to -1. So is it clear? So I have taken one question, a normal question, whether you are given x square, x cube, any function, right, without mod symbol. So then you can show that the way we have taken, right? Similarly, whenever you are given mod function, you can take what? You can take the simplified version. I mean, you simplify fx by using definition of mod f, then you apply RSD, LSD shortcut formula. Okay, and in case you are given bracket function, I mean greatest integer function, straight you can write down greatest integer function is not continuous. Okay, so if the function is not continuous, it won't be differentiable. Okay, but because first and foremost condition for the function to be differentiable is it has to be continuous. As I said, all the differentiable functions are continuous, but not every continuous function is differentiable. Okay, so as your differentiability, I mean question involving differentiability, now you will be able to do it. Okay, so in case you feel this, I mean session is very you can say informative. Yeah, this session is really helping you. You can share with your friends. As I always believe in, sharing is caring. Thank you so much and all the best to your practice session.